Hi everybody, it's Daphne and I'm so glad that you could come and spend some time with me today. It's a beautiful day today here. The sun is shining and there's actually a little bit of heat, which we haven't had for the last little while. We've had the sun all right, but the heat hasn't been there. It's been kind of chilly. So I'm really looking forward to the weekend and I'm looking forward to summer very much. There's 2 weeks left in school for the older children and my younger children stay in school till the end of June. But I always feel when the beginning of June comes, that's it, summer's here. So today I thought I would do a tag that I saw Melissa from I Love Faces. She did it earlier in the week and she tagged anybody who wanted to do it. And I love Melissa's channel. If you don't know her, I'll list her channel below and you can go and say hi. And yeah, she's fantastic. She has some beautiful products that she reviews and she's got a lovely manner. So I thought I would do the tag, and the tag is my capsule makeup wardrobe. And I suppose we all think of a capsule makeup or a capsule wardrobe in terms of clothes, that you have, you know, your essential pieces that you build your wardrobe around. And Melissa applied that concept to her makeup, and I thought that's such a clever idea. And I thought, how will I know if it's my capsule makeup wardrobe? And then I realized, well, if I know the name and the color, then it's something I use on a regular basis, and if I repurchase them, then definitely they're part of my makeup arsenal. So I'm just going to get stuck in, and she started with kind of, you know, the essentials like primers and sunscreen and things like that. I do use sunscreen. I don't really use a primer. I haven't found a primer as yet that works for me. But one I have been using at the moment and I've been enjoying it is the Botanics Radiance Balm All Bright. And it's just an illuminating cream, and sometimes I mix it in with a foundation if I want a very, you know, a light, so you can see it there, it's a kind of a bright, it has got a kind of a glow to it, and it's probably not going to, you can maybe see it there, it has got a little bit of a glow to it, so you can put it on under your foundation, or sometimes I mix it with my foundation, or I'll mix it with a BB cream that I'm going to show you. So that's something that has become part of my makeup and capsule wardrobe. She then was talking about foundations, and that we all need sort of, you know, a range of foundations that we have for different occasions and different uses, that you mightn't want full coverage every day, or you mightn't want a very light coverage every day. So I think we all tend to have a few different foundations that we use in rotation. So the ones that I have, this would be what I would consider for good wear. And it's my Chanel Lift Lumiere. It's in the colour Ivory Intensity, and it does give a little more. I'm not a really heavy coverage kind of girl. I like a more sort of a natural coverage. It just doesn't seem to suit my skin if I put anything too heavy on. So that is really what I love for, you know, if I was going somewhere very special or I wanted my makeup to really last. I do find that that lasts. It's a beautiful makeup. But if I wanted something that was a slightly lighter coverage but still pretty good coverage, it's the number 7 Airbrush Away foundation. Actually, I was looking in Boots the other day. They have their vouchers at the moment, the little coupon that I think it's €4 off makeup and £6.50 off skincare. And I was looking at all the different foundations because one of the assistants that I know, she recommended their BB cream, and I saw the Airbrush Away foundation and it seemed to be in a different, it was definitely in a different packaging. It seemed to be in a tube, whereas mine is in the bottle, and I remember talking about this before, it has the little pipette. I'm not crazy about it. I think the tube would be much better. But that is a lovely foundation. It lasts well. You know, it's slightly, I suppose it's not a heavy foundation, but it, you know, it's slightly heavier than I would wear on a daily basis. I don't use that every day. On a daily basis, I have been trying this one, the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. I think it has vitamin C in it. Yes, it does. And this is in the colour, oh, it's Ivory. I don't know if you'll be able to read it. It's tiny. Yeah, might be able to read that. Initially when I started using it, I didn't like it. I thought it disappeared too quickly and it was a bit patchy. But I've tried it again with different methods of application, and I've been putting it on. It's not an artiste brush, but it's a copy, and mine is called the Flawless brush, and it seems to go on well with that. And also I have been mixing it a little with this, so the two together. Now it doesn't have great lasting power, but it does look fresh for, you know, if you're running out the door in the morning to do school run, or you're going to do some shopping or whatever. It's a nice foundation. Then for summertime, and I do think I got the wrong color in this. I bought this last summer, and it's my YSL BB cream, and it's Top Secrets, and it's in the color, I think it's medium. It's worn away. I think it's in medium, but it's got an SPF of 25 in it. So I do mix this with the Botanics Radiance cream. You can see there that it's probably a little bit too dark for me. I find when I'm putting it on that I really need to blend it, and that I really need to blend it down onto my neck, because I look and I think, oh, that's too dark. But it is nice. It is a nice cream. I do find it a little bit drying. That's the only other thing. So I'm not sure if I would repurchase this particular one, but a BB type cream or a CC cream is something that I would always have. And I have my notes here just to make sure that I don't forget anything. Yeah, then she was talking about concealers. Now, I have been using this for the last 10 days or so, and it's the Catrice Camouflage Cream. It's anti-shadow. So I have quite dark circles under here, and they go up the side of my nose as well. And I don't know, maybe it's, you know, when you're focusing on something, it seems to be more exaggerated. But I've been putting this on before I put my concealer on, and I think it's doing a pretty good job of correcting. Maybe you'd be the best judge of that, but it's a kind of a yellow cream. It's creamy to use. It's not heavy. It doesn't feel heavy. But so you'll see it there. So I just put that on, and then I blend it very gently with my finger, so that the edges are blurred, but I have plenty under my eye, and then I put my concealer over that. So that's part of my daily product use. My concealer at the moment, which is, I'm going to have to replace it, is the Maybeline Fit Me, and it's in 10, and I've been using that for a few months. I really do like it. It's a good concealer. It covers well. It's comfortable. It's not drying. Then I use a brightener, and this is the 17 Skin Wow. I've spoken about this lots of times before. It's the little pen. It's a little clicker, and it comes out. I had clicked it earlier, so I'm not going to click anymore. That's it there. It's nice to put over the concealer, and it just brightens the under eye area. I don't know if I'd buy that in particular again, but I would buy something like that. The staying power is not brilliant on that. I'm looking at my notes here. Yes, and for powders, I only have two. I have a loose powder, and I just, depending on what way I feel on the day, I have a loose powder. It's the Catrice Nude Illusion loose powder, and it is in the colour, it's just transparent matte. So this one, I think I've said in one of my previous videos that it reminds me a little bit of the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Now I know it's in a much bigger tub, but in terms of the actual powder, it's very similar, because it's just white. And I'm nearing the end of it, or it's just not wanting to come out. But you can see it there. It's just a white powder, and it works in more or less the same way as the Secret Brightening Powder. I have a little oh, I can't think of the word, little pad to put it on with, and it fits. I bought those little powder puffs. There you go. I bought them in a packet, and it just happens to fit that perfectly, so I keep it in there. But actually more at the moment I'm using the MAC Mineralise Skin Finish, and this one is in Light Plus, and that's what I have on me today, and it's just a lovely skin finish. It really, there's no shimmer to it. It has a tiny bit of colour. It's not transparent. I don't know if it'll swatch. It just has a little bit of a warmth to it, which is nice for me because I'm very pale. See, I'm so pale. I sat down here in front of the camera, and I looked, and I went, oh my goodness, my face looks so much browner than my neck and chest. So I had to run and get a bronzer and try and warm things up a little bit, but I am particularly pale. I don't tan, I don't take a tan, I would burn or I'll freckle. So I have SPF on all summer, so I tend not to pick up a colour, but I do self-tan, and that just takes the chill out of my skin tone. So that's my, probably at the moment, my powder of choice. Moving on to blushes then, I picked out 4. Have I got them all here? Yes, I picked out 4. 3 of them are MAC bronzers, or MAC blushes, sorry. I picked out a sort of a warm brownish tone, and it's MAC Harmony, because this can be used for, you could actually use it slightly as a bronzer as well, because it's a lovely warm colour. But what I do is I use it in my contour if I feel like contouring. I haven't used it today, but that also is a beautiful crease colour for your eyes. So that's MAC Harmony, and you won't be able to see it because, I don't know if the rest of you find this, but where the name or the colour is written, it wears away. Oh, actually the camera's picking it up better than the actual light. Then I sort of, I suppose a peachy colour, and it's sort of neutral, is MAC Melba. And that's it there. I think everybody has this, or everybody has spoken about it. It's just one that I would reach for. It goes with lots of things. I love it. It's very neutral. And then it's sort of, I know this is called Peachy Keen, but it's, to me it's pinker, and it's called Miss Mac Peachy Keen, but it looks, to me it's pinker than a peach. It pulls more pink than peach. So it doesn't exactly have a shimmer, does it? No, it doesn't. When you look into the box, you think, yeah, it actually has a bit of shimmer, but it doesn't really on the skin. And then my last one is what I would have for glam, and that is my Nars Orgasm. And I love that. That does have a bit of shimmer in it, and I love that. And you can see it's well used. I've hit pan. Excuse me for a minute. I just have to stop for a second. I hear my son coming in. Sorry about that. Just heard my son coming in there. So that's my blushes. The next thing, I have them all in different boxes. The next thing is eye products. So for brows, I'm just rooting them out here. I have a couple of products that I use. This one is the NYX Eyebrow Pencil, and it's in the colour, I think it's charcoal. I used to think it was taupe, but I think it's charcoal, the actual name of it. And it's dual-ended, so you have the little brush, and then you have, and I've spoken about this before, it's like a waxy crayon. To me, it's very like the Bobbi Brown eyebrow crayon, which I've used before, but literally a quarter of the price. Then, if I didn't feel like using that, what I've been actually loving lately is the Benefit Gimme Brow. Now, I only bought a small one. You can buy them the small sizes, but I love this because you can do your brows in literally seconds. It picks up any little hairs and colours them. I mean, it's tiny. This is really, really small, but I'll see how long it'll last. I think it cost me €12. Love that. And then to set them, I usually use, this was a deluxe sample size. I think it came free with something, possibly a magazine. It's the Benefit Ready Set. Is it Ready Set Brow? And that's it there. Love that as well. Then, I'm getting things mixed up here and dropping things as well. That's my, I just don't want to leave anything out because I listed everything. For eyeshadows, I know, I'm just going to put everything that I've shown into one box. Yeah. Now, for my colours, now I love a base, and I will use this every day. I don't always wear eyeshadow colours, you know, I don't always do an eyeshadow look, but I will always put a base on, and it's what I call my everyday go-to look. And this, it's usually a MAC paint pot. It's either Painterly, which I'm out of at the moment, or this one at the moment is the MAC Soft Ochre, which is slightly more yellow. The Painterly pulls more pink. This is yet more yellow, probably suits my skin tone better, but you can put that on and you can go do a little bit of liner and you can go. Another one that I've just finished, and I did speak about it lots of times before, is the Laura Mercier eye base, and it was in flax. It's just in a little container, not unlike a concealer with the little doe foot applicator, but I think I prefer this. Yeah, just, I suppose really just what I'm in the mood for. But I do love that, and I wear a base every day. if I was going to do a shadow look, I suppose thinking about it, what palettes would I really want to use, and this one is, well, it really is part of a capsule wardrobe, and that's the MAC. This is my MAC palette that I'm customizing, so I'm adding in colours as I see them and like them, and that's what I have at the moment. So there's a few neutrals, they're mostly matte, that one is slightly shimmery, and you'll see they're kind of neutrally tones. So I have a good few more to add in, so I have lots of flexibility there. And on the other side of that palette there's an empty spot, and I'm trying to decide will I put blushes into that or more eyeshadows, not sure. Then I love my Urban Decay Naked Basics too, because you could just, this is so versatile and it's so handy to carry. So you've got, I know they're kind of, I'm not good at telling whether shades are warm or cool. To me they're cool shades, but they're neutrals anyway. They're the colours that I would reach for all the time. And it's such a lovely, you know, there's the palm of my hand, such a lovely handy little size to carry with you. Now another one that I absolutely love, and this was a gift from a dear friend, and you know who you are. This is the Tarte Tartelette, and I absolutely love this. I keep it in its box. I have the little plastic sheet over it because I just want to mind it. It has a beautiful mirror, so if you were traveling you would have plenty, you know, you have a good mirror to use. And there you go. What have we got? 12 shades, neutrals and darker, and you know, lights and darks. There's no shimmer in them. They're all matte, and again, I'm no good at telling, are they? I think there's a bit of a mix of warm and cool shades in there, but I love this palette. And it's so pretty, and that's what I have on me today. So really love that. So they're my shadow base. Oh yeah, one more. Did I bring it over? Yes, I did. This one is one that I bought recently, but I love it. And it's the Revlon Colour Stay Cream Eyeshadow in 710. The name is Caramel, but that's it there. And it's a, you know, one shadow and off you go. Beautiful. And it has a little brush in the top. That's it. Love it. Now for mascaras, I love a volumizing mascara, and obviously lengthening as well. And I've hit the jackpot with this one because this is a Florimar mascara, and it does three little cute little things with the brush. You can have the brush straight, and I've spoken about it before. I'm just going to put the actual, that's the tube. I'm just going to put that down because I'll drop it over everything. Twist it once, and I don't know if you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see. That's the wand straight, then you twist it once and it becomes more compact, so you can get the curl and the volume into it, and then you twist it again and it becomes even more compact. Now I find I use it mostly just straight. It's very good for volumizing, and it gives pretty good length as well. I've really been enjoying that, and Florimar products are very reasonably priced and the packaging is lovely. But if I was going for something very glam, I only have a sample. It's the Chanel Volume de Chanel mascara. Love it. It's beautiful. And I nearly forgot to mention, liners. And I'm just, oh, there it is. I have two liners that I want to talk about. Well, three really, but I don't have one of them. Probably my favourite eyeliner is a Charlotte Tilbury, and it's the Rock and Kohl Barbarella Brown, and I did speak about it before in some of my other videos. I'm out of it at the moment. I just haven't repurchased it, and I was trying this one out, and it's the L'Oreal Infallible Gel Crayon Waterproof. That's it there, and it's I think it's just in brown. Brownie Crush. You can read that, but it's Brownie Crush, and that's it there. Now I need to sharpen it, but to me this is very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury. It's a lovely soft liner. I don't know if it's waterproof. Now that's the only thing. I do tend to have oily eyelids. It's the only part of me that's oily. I tend to have oily eyelids, so when I use a liner it tends to break down. And even with the Charlotte Tilbury I find it can break down a little bit, but it's very soft and easy to work with. This is very similar. It's a lot cheaper. you just need to sharpen it. It needs to be sharpened practically after every use, but it's very easy to get into the lash line, and you can smudge it out if you want to smoke your look. I really enjoy that. Then for a liquid liner, this is it's just the Essence liquid eyeliner, and it's waterproof. And what I use this for is I do my liner generally with either pencil or with shadow, and then I can't really do a wing because my eyes are very deep set and they're slightly hooded as well. So I use this at the very end, just literally do a little, I don't know if you can see it there, a little flick, and it just gives the illusion that I have done a little flick. But that's very, very good for that kind of thing. My daughters use it as well. They swear by it, and they do the real, you know, the liner look. Now we're on to lip liners, and I have 4 really that I would use on a regular basis, and these are ones that everybody knows about as well. They're well used. This is MAC Spice. Look how well used that is. Yeah, that's well used, and it's a very neutral shade. It pulls peach, it pulls pink, it pulls brown. It's a great one to have. Another one that's a bit like that, only it's slightly browner, would be Lancome Bronzell. It's a great one, and this one actually comes with a little brush, so I love that one too. Then this is probably my favourite, and I'm wearing it today, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. I think it's Lip Cheat, isn't it? But it's in the colour is Pillow Talk. Love that. I don't think you'll be able to see the name. No, the name is gone. But that's it. That's the colour. Just swatch it there so you can see. It's a very neutral, easy to wear. What I did today was I lined my lips, filled in, and then I topped it with a gloss that I'm going to show you now in a minute. But the last one that I would use on a regular basis is the Rimmel eyeliner, the Rimmel lip liner, Exaggerate lip liner in East End Snob. And again, it's one that everybody has spoken about, and I bought this on the recommendation. It had been on my list for a long time, but I just hadn't bought it. I don't know why, but Shaz from the Blonde Tea Party, hi Shaz, if you don't know her, you have to go and visit her. She's wonderful. She's just so energetic. You'll just love her. I'll link her channel below as well. But she was talking about this in a recent video, and I said, that's it, I'm going to buy it, and I love it. And it's one you don't have to sharpen. It's a twist up, and it's got a lovely angle, so it's very easy to use. It's soft, and it pulls slightly more pink. You know, that's the Lip Cheat, or well, it is the Lip Cheat. It's the Charlotte Tilbury, but you can see that that's much pinker. So, but again, you could line and fill in, and you'd be done. So love those. And then for lipsticks, now I have a lot of lipsticks. Not a huge amount, but I do have a good few lipsticks. But there's only a certain few that I would wear regularly and that I would repurchase. And they tend to be sort of either nudes or kind of neutral pinks and reds, insofar as they're not, you know, blazing reds or blazing pinks. So, I need my glasses for this because I can't read them. Especially the MAC liner, the MAC lipsticks. Now for sort of an everyday neutral, I would go for MAC Blankety. I don't need those now. I love that. That's MAC Blankety, and you can see you could wear it with East End Snob, and you could definitely wear it with the Charlotte Tilbury. So that's MAC Blankety, a lovely nude. Then if I wanted to go slightly more pink, and this is one I would wear really kind of more summery in summertime, this is Cream Cup. And there, we put it beside, if I can, put it beside the East End Snob. Oops. And you can see it would go nicely with that. But also it would go nicely with the Charlotte Tilbury. But I love that. That's one of my favourites for summertime. And then if I wanted something that pulled a little bit more coral, ready coral, but it's still sheer, it's MAC Sea Sheer. I spoke about this one before, and it's actually pulling a stronger colour, but it's quite sheer. I'm running out of space. It's quite sheer, and it pulls kind of red, it pulls a little bit orange, it pulls a bit coral. So again, it's a great one to have in your makeup wardrobe. If I wanted to go redder, I have a Chanel, it's the colour 430 Marie, and it is definitely a redder colour. I think I've mentioned all of these in my A Girl Can Never Have Too Many Lipsticks, but that's a nice red. Then I have a Tom Ford. This was a gift from my daughter, and it's in 03 Casablanca, and it's more berry ready. There it is beside the, it's definitely a darker, that's the Chanel there, and that's the Tom Ford. So that's definitely a darker shade. My daughter's always trying to pull me away from my nudes, which I come away from them kicking and screaming, but I'm getting there. And then, let me see, oh yeah, for real nudes now, I love this, along with my blankety. This one is the Milani Nude Cream, and that's it there. Love it. It's gorgeous. Has a lovely scent as well. It's very comfortable to wear on the lips. And then if I wanted something quite sheer but was a little bit more reddy pinky, this is the Clinique Chubby Stick Moisturizing Lip Colour Balm, and it is in the colour Super Strawberry. Let's see if I can find the colour. There it is. There, Super Strawberry. But it's quite, it looks like it's going to come out very strong, but it's actually, there it is there, it's actually quite sheer. Lovely to wear on the lips, really comfortable. And then my two glosses that I wouldn't be without. One is a Charlotte Tilbury. It's in the colour Sweet Stiletto. Don't know if you'll be able to read it. It's very, very tiny, or even if it's up, I don't even know if it's the right way up. Let me check. Put my cheaters on. That's the correct way, I think. Sweet Stiletto. And I have that on today. It's a lovely kind of a peachy. It's lovely. You can see it there. It goes beautifully over the Pillow Talk. I love that. That will always be in my arsenal. And this one is a L'Oreal Cream Gloss, and it's in the colour 103 Protest Queen. And I know all these names, so that's a sign to me that these are ones that I will use all the time. It's slightly more nude, but it's lovely. You can wear it with a liner and just, fill in with the liner and put that on the top. Or you can, if you want to, just put it over the top of another lipstick. It's beautiful, just to even give a pop of colour. I'll just show you. It's just to lighten it even. It just gives that pop. So I love that. And that's everything. That's everything that I would, that's my capsule wardrobe. And I would have either, if there weren't those exact brands, but it would be those colours. I didn't mention bronzers because I don't really use bronzers. I'm not good at using bronzers. I do have them, but they're not things that I would kind of automatically want to have in my capsule wardrobe. So I haven't left anything out. I know when I sat down to make this video, I looked and I thought, oh, my face was so much browner than my neck and my chest, so I had to very quickly run actually and get a bronzer and try and warm myself up a little bit. But I know this top doesn't exactly help because everything, my hair is white, my background is white, and I'm wearing, it's actually a champagne coloured top, but it's not pulling champagne, it's pulling nothing. So I will have to do a little bit of self-tanning soon, and that's something I'm going to talk about, how I do it, and what I use, my favourite products. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I tag anybody who wants to do it. I might tag a few people below, but it's a fun tag to do, and thank you, Melissa, for starting it. Really enjoyed doing it. So I hope you're having a fabulous day and that you have a wonderful weekend to come. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you could. We just have fun here, and I list everything below. I'm not good at linking. I don't know how to do it just yet. That is what I'm going to learn to do over the summer. I'm going to learn how to link products and channels, and I'll be so happy if I can do that. I don't even know really how to do the thumbnail picture. I have to get one of my kids to do it because YouTube picks your thumbnail, and sometimes it's okay. But if it's absolutely awful and you're, mid-sentence and your eyes are closed, then no, I have to change that. But I have to get one of my kids to show me how to do it. So I'm going to learn all that over the summer. So, like I say, hope you have a fabulous day and a fabulous weekend, and I will talk to you very soon. So take care. Bye.